Hello! Welcome to episode 7 of Meet the Maker. I am Katie Mabry Van Dieren, the owner and curator of the Strawberry Swing Indie Craft Fair, as well as Shop Local Casey. And I have to apologize, my eyes are dilated, so I may look a little odd. I just had an eye doctor appointment and I thought it would be worn off by now, but my eyes are dilated. So, me and my friend Rachel Mesner, here she comes. Hey!
Hi, everybody.
We're going to make it through this with my eyes dilated. And thank God I know Rachel and I know what her products look like because she's been doing the strawberry swing for like 5 years, I feel like, right?
Yeah, since your first strawberry swing.
Since my very first strawberry swing. Okay. Rachel Mesner of Mesner Bee Farm. Welcome. So you all, I can't really see close up. So if I make a mistake, please have some hashtag COVID grace, because when your eyes get dilated, your pupils get huge and you can see far away, but not close up. So Rachel is also going to have some amazing sales going on during this, right, Rach?
That's right. Yeah, we're going to have 20% off of lip balm, or no, 40% off of lip balm and 20% off of honey all day long today, like today until midnight.
Woo, and she's going to have something she can hold up. Show us that sign real quick.
Yes.
She has a sign, and these will hold it up at the end too. And we'll type those in the comments too. So if you're watching this live, make sure you comment. You comment on the Facebook event in the comments, and we can see them and share them, which is the best part of it. And I'll put all those codes in the comments after this too, when I can see to type, because my eyes are dilated. Okay, Rachel, will you tell us a little bit about, well, how should I start with the video? I think I'm going to start with the video so you all can kind of see what Rachel's going to be talking about in just a second, because we want to talk about her products, of course, but first we want to talk about beekeeping because it's so incredible and what she and her husband Eric do, which Eric had to work, so he is actually not going to be here with us today, but what they do is so important. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of a video from PBS because you guys were featured on, I think it's called Making. Was that just what it was?
It showed us in Columbia, Missouri. And they put us on there. It's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen and pull that up really quickly and just play a little bit of it so people can kind of see what you and Eric do. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. And hopefully you can hear it.
My interest in bees started when Eric and I were doing a bunch of like urban homesteading practices. So we were making our own soap. We kept chickens. We had a pretty ambitious like little urban farm that we were really proud of. And I was reading a book that just made bees seem like the next step. And I was also really scared of bees. So I think it's one of those things like you're scared of heights, you go jump out of an airplane and hope you get over it. And I will say it worked. You know, I just love them to pieces.
We made some promises to each other when we got married that we would be interested in what the other person was interested in, no matter what. So I became interested in bees, and I just got completely addicted. It's really a Swiss watch inside the colony in terms of the way that they're managing.
That's what they're looking like right now in the field too.
The way that they're managing the brood rearing and making sure they always have the right population for the right period of time. The way they communicate to each other in terms of where the resources are, how to, find those resources. It's so intricately put together. It feels like a very complex system, and you can't help but think there's some kind of brilliance inside the colony. Yes. It's phenomenal.
Okay, that is so amazing. Now I have to go like this. I'm like the Wizard of Oz. I can see. Yay! Okay, so that was amazing. And that's just like a tiny little bit of what happens. That's like the beginning, right? So when you and Eric are out there working, tell me like what happens next once he has those, once the bees have, started their what do you call it? Their wax colony?
Yeah, okay. So starting in like late winter and early spring, they are building up for the nectar flow that's going to happen in like late spring, early summer. So the queen starts laying a whole bunch of eggs. They start building a bunch of comb, which they make out of beeswax. And the queen can lay up to like 2,000 eggs a day. So she wants the biggest foraging force possible going into that nectar flow so they can collect as much nectar as possible to make all the honey to make it through the next winter. And right now, the nectar flow is on. Those bees are out there. They're busy. Eric will go out and weigh the hives sometimes like twice a day just to like see what's happening. Of course, only the bees like here on site. He doesn't go to every field.
Right.
But it's just fun to see like they're actively putting on weight like hourly because they're collecting so much nectar right now.
Wow.
Probably in like 3 or 4 weeks, we're going to do our first harvest. We have a honey house in the basement of the barn here on the property. And we harvest the honey here. We use the beeswax to make our products. We put the honey in a lot of our products too. And then after that, you're just getting ready for the next winter.
That's amazing. Your website is mesnerbeefarm.com. That's where you can find the shop. And so I know with that video that PBS is making, what comes next is you put those cones into a spinner, what do you call that? A centrifuge? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So that's a honey extractor. And yes, it's like a big circle, like a barrel shape. And then you put the frames in there. Oh, here, let me show you. Show and tell. This is what a frame of honey looks like.
Wow.
So you put the frames of honey in there like this, and then we have upgraded to an electric one. So you click a button and it spins really, really fast, and the honey flies out on the edges. You know that ride that is at Worlds of Fun where you stick to the walls?
Yes.
It's like that.
The finishing thing, the finishing thing or something like that.
Yeah. Which I used to love. I don't think I could do that right anymore.
No way, Jose. I would never do that again in my life.
And then the honey flies out. There's a spigot down at the bottom. And we don't like use a fine filter. We strain the honey because you don't want like chunks of the beeswax in your jar. At least most people don't. So we strain out like the big old chunks, but we leave in important things like pollen and all the natural.
Yeah, why is pollen so important? Is it because doesn't it help people with allergies?
Yeah. So different people have told me that different things work for them. The idea of pollen and honey is that you are ingesting a little bit of the pollen that you're allergic to over a big period of time rather than all at once when everything blooms all on the same day. So if you have a little bit of honey or a little bit of pollen every day, it acclimates your body to those things. So your body might not react quite as strongly. So some people say, they still got allergies, but they don't have to take their allergy medication. Other people say that it's like their favorite thing and the honey like really helps them. And with the honey, there's a little bit of pollen in it.
Yummy. Look at that honey. Show me that bottle. I want to see. Yum. So that is what the finished product looks like. Raw honey.
Yes.
Will you tell me real quick, what's the difference between raw honey and would it be filtered or what's the other version of honey?
The difference between raw honey and not raw honey is that the raw honey has not been pasteurized.
Okay.
So a lot of time, like big commercial beekeepers, they want the honey to sit on the shelves in the store for as long as possible without it crystallizing, because a lot of Americans won't buy crystallized honey. They think it's gone bad. So if you overheat the honey, then there's a longer shelf life before that happens. But that cooks out all the good stuff.
Right.
Like it doesn't have the same nutrient value in there as it would if it was just raw. So we put all of our stuff in glass jars. That way, if it crystallizes and you don't like it, that texture, you can just have it that way. You just put in a warm bath of water and you stir it around. As soon as it runs smooth again, you pull it out. So you don't want to.
I have done that with my Mesner Bee Farm honey before. Well, it was because I had the gigantic, huge one, so I couldn't use it as quickly as I normally use the other ones. I think, see that jar behind Rachel, that gigantic mason jar? Yes. It took us quite some time to use that jar.
Yeah.
So we gave it a hot water bath and it made it perfect.
Yay. You know, we also sell creamed honey, and creamed honey is intentionally crystallized honey. We use a process to make it have really fine, small crystals instead of those crunchy crystals that usually happen naturally. Wow. And then we mix in good stuff with it, like cinnamon, vanilla bean.
You have a lavender one that is to die for.
Sea salt. Yes, I just reposted our lavender honey on our Etsy. We've been out for a while. We had to switch over to making a lot of hand sanitizer the past few months.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Haven't been available because we've been so busy making hand sanitizer.
Yeah, tell us about that. So when COVID hit, you guys actually have a storefront. And so you had to close your storefront, but you could continue to make your products, of course. And you realized that you already had been making soap with honey in it and all of that. But now you realized you could make hand sanitizer, right?
Right. So what happened is I had ordered some hand sanitizer for our store, like Hy-Vee delivery. I just wanted to have a whole bunch around to keep everybody safe. This is before anything got serious.
Right.
This was like right when the first case, no, it was before the first case even happened in Kansas City.
Wow.
I just felt like it was inevitable that we were going, I didn't think it was going to be this intense, but I knew that we were going to be more concerned about our hand washing soon. And it didn't come. And Hy-Vee had sold out. And then I called every place I could think of in town. I looked on Amazon, everywhere had sold out. So I was concerned about my employees and my customers. So I figured out how to get the supplies to make it. And then I had the epiphany that if nobody in town has it, then I could supply this to everybody.
Yeah.
So, which was great because not only were we able to provide hand sanitizer to people who needed it, but we were able to support our employees even when they weren't able to come to work.
That's so
cool. Yeah. I feel so lucky. I never thought
they
they would
make it, right?
That.
They helped you make it. Look, I just want to show you. I'm halfway through my second bottle because, as you said, everyone was out and I was, of course, wanted to shop local and handmade. But let me tell you about this hand sanitizer, y'all. It has the most glorious smell I've ever smelled. Lavender tea and honey. And it makes you feel like you're using a little bit of lotion. It doesn't dry my hands out and it smells so good.
Sweet.
You have some available right now, right?
I do, yeah. So let me show you the sizes and such. So we have a spray, which I really like the spray because not only do you spray your hands with it, but you can spray other stuff like a shopping cart or a door handle. You can spray down with this.
Right.
And I have two different pump sizes. Wait, hang on. Let's get them straight. So I have the 8-ounce pump and then the 12-ounce pump.
Oh, wow. You got a big one.
Get them all online.
And I have a tiny little one too for my purse that I got from you at some point in time.
So the tiny ones are out of stock right now, but I'm hoping to have some more in the next week or so. Yeah. And then we also have lots and lots of soap, which we have had half off since the stay-at-home order was issued in the state of emergency in the city. And we're continuing to offer it half price. I don't know when we're going to stop offering it half price, but it currently is. And so you can get big bars like this, but you can also, I have this really cute little stacky thing.
I have that one.
Yeah, so you can try all the ones.
It's so wonderful too. I put one at my kitchen sink and one in my bathroom. And then when we use them all up, we just replace them. And they're colored, so my kids think they're cool. You have to take 50% off, or is there a coupon for the soap? Or
no, you just go to our store. You don't even need a coupon. It's just 50% off soap. No limit on the soap or minimum. And it applies to the single bars and the sampler.
Awesome. Look, 50% off soap in their shop online. Okay. I want to know a little bit more about the bees. Okay. So it's May right now, almost June. And so you said in a few weeks, that would be when you were getting the, what do you call the sheet you held up? What did you call that?
Oh, yeah. This is a frame. And this is a frame of honey right here. And hang on, we can do this.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a honey. So it is capped over with like a thin amount of beeswax so that it doesn't take on any water. The bees get this to a really specific water to sugar ratio. And as soon as they get it to that ratio, they don't want it to change. Wow. So they will cap it over. And that's how we as beekeepers also know that it's ready for us to harvest and it's ready for the public. Like you can see this frame here. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know how clear this comes in, but there's some shiny stuff in here and it's not sealed yet. Yeah. That is still nectar. It's not ready. If you just harvested a bunch of nectar instead of the stuff that's turned into honey, that can ferment over time and it's not good. So
wow.
We as beekeepers, we check the water content of the honey with a device called a refractometer. Wow. So you put a little bit of honey on it and you can look through like this, like, I don't know what you call it, like a looking glass.
Yeah,
And it will tell you the percentage of water that's left in there.
that's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
cool.
literally science. And the thing about the bees is that they are like natural little scientists. Those little bees are, right? And will
Yeah.
you do me a favor? I'm going to open your website in a minute, but will you tell us why it's so important to have bees and make sure that you have wildflowers and that we save the bees? Because I know that you're passionate about saving the bees.
So bees pollinate 1/3 of the crops that we eat. That's
Wow.
1/3. That's a lot of fruits and vegetables that we eat. And also, bees, because they provide us honey and because they're such amazing pollinators, they are well studied by the scientific community. And when we can learn that there's something wrong with the bees that we need to improve, we also are learning that there's things that are wrong with insects, like at large,
Right.
that are a problem. So they're kind of like the canary in the mine for insect issues. So when you support like honeybee research or you support the bees, you're not only supporting honeybees, but you're supporting all your local insects. Like we have this little wildflower seed mix. And when you plant it, it's like a little bug party. All the bugs.
Yay!
Yeah.
I love the little bug.
I don't ever see around. They're really excited about these flowers. And everything in our ecosystem is so important. It's not just bees you want to support, but all those little critters.
Awesome. I'm going to share your website real quick because I want people to be able to see what they will find when they get to it. And here it is. Can you see it? So when you go to mesnerbeefarm.com, you'll see their website. You'll be able to click on an about and learn about them. You'll be able to hear about their story a little more than that little video we saw. What are you guys, is your storefront planning on opening soon? Because you do have a store.
First, I want to say, getting ready to do this with you, it was so much fun. Like putting all of my merch out again. Oh, here, I think, yeah, put it like, and like displaying things. It made me really miss having our store open and doing Strawberry Swing in a way that I didn't expect to feel so sad.
No.
So I look forward to things going back, but currently, this is an old chicken house. So the ventilation system isn't great in here. It's a very small space, so it's difficult to social distance.
Right.
And if you open up the windows and doors, bees come in. So it makes it difficult for me with the information that we currently have to feel warm and fuzzy about opening up our store.
So for now, shop online, which we're showing.
Online.
Look, you
You can also go to Made in KC on the plaza. We have like a wall there with our stuff, and they're open. They're a much bigger space than us. You can socially distance a lot easier there, and you can buy almost all the products that we make right there at Made in KC. So if you're itching to shop in person, do that. If not, you can shop online. And Katie, just like when you pulled up that first page, you could see, go to the home.
Okay, I'm going home. Mama, I'm coming home.
Okay.
Sorry.
So no contact pickup. So if you want to order on our Etsy page, but you just rather come and pick it up from us, we have like a little shelf out on our porch where we'll put out pickup orders, and I'll coordinate with you a good time to come and do that. Or if you're not an online kind of person, you can just call me.
Your number's right there on the website. 816-585-6814. Now I want to go back over here and show some stuff. So one of the things that everyone loves about Mesner Farm are these delightful lip glosses. This one is strawberry rhubarb, and they have the raw honey and beeswax in them. Earl Grey is one of my favorites. You also have lip tints, and you make this right there.
That's right.
Amazing Mesner Bee Farm, and you have so many products, and not just honey. I mean, you have candles, soaps, lip gloss. Look at these candles. Oh, it's a honey there. Even wax melts, and those, a lot of people use wax melts. This is a salve, a hand salve. I've used that. It's amazing. Their candles smell divine. And are they soy? I can't remember.
Yeah, so there's soy and beeswax and coconut in there. And I think what's really fun about them is that you can't see the beeswax when they're solid, but as you melt them down, it reveals the beeswax that's inside because it turns like this warm honey color and like the melting pool. So it's like a beeswax surprise.
It's a little beeswax candle surprise.
Yeah.
And then another thing we were talking about, you and I, was that, like, for instance, I requested that you could put together a wonderful little gift basket for my son's teachers. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and come back to you so I can see your face. And you put together a wonderful little gift basket for both my son's teachers of essential things that they would need right now. And can you do that for other people?
I can't. So if you want it to deliver to somebody's doorstep, I have, let's see, do I have any down here? I have like these cute little wooden boxes that I like stamp our logo on top of that I can pack with our products. And I also have a gift wrapping option where I will wrap it for you in some cute bee paper. Or if you're doing pickup, I can put it in a basket for you. I've got tons of baskets that I ordered for Easter that showed up on Good Friday. So now I would be happy for them to be used for something else. So no extra charge. Free basket as long as you buy a bunch of products, fill it up.
Yay, free basket. We love free baskets.
Yeah. Here's some examples. Now, let me see if I can like tilt this of things you could put inside. Like, it'd be really good maybe for like a graduation present. It's nice to have consumables, you know, some salve for your dry skin from doing all that sanitizing and washing, honey, lip balm, honey sticks.
Those are so the honey sticks are a real big hit with myself and my children also.
And then here's another example, maybe some hand sanitizer, some candles. This little candle here floats in water.
Oh, you could take a bath and then use your candle and have some honey. You could just spoon some honey into your mouth while you're bathing.
I don't know if you should burn it in the water that you're bathing in.
True, you're right about that, I guess.
Maybe in a glass jar beside your bath. That would look cool.
Okay, well, this was amazing. I don't know if the comments aren't coming through or if I'm not seeing them or what's happening, but if anyone has any comments, let us know. If I can't see them, I might not be able to see them. But we can also answer later if there are any comments and I'm just not able to see because my pupils are the size of a quarter. This was super fun. Is there anything else you want to tell us about?
Yeah, so I have some show and tell for you guys.
Okay, yay.
Let me see if I can make this work here. So one of my favorite things to do is to make beeswax candles.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, okay, so we'll go back to the beginning. Here is the frame of honey, and you can see all the wax. Whenever we harvest the honey, we also harvest some of the beeswax used for the products.
Awesome.
And we'll melt it down and filter it, and then I pour it into little molds. So this is what it looks like after it's filtered, and I pour it into my molds.
What? That's what it looks like? That's amazing.
Yeah. It smells really good too.
I bet it
And then I melt it down again, and then I pour it into one of these beeswax molds here. So I just poured these earlier. I hope that they're cool enough for me to like pull these out successfully.
Wow.
So you got
the candle be made, sort of. The end product.
Yeah. So you put the rubber band around it to hold it in place so it doesn't like ooze out or anything. And then this is what it looks like.
Is that a morel?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is adorable.
Yeah. And so this is the baby morel, and then I also have Big Papa morel here.
I love that you do mamas and babies.
Yeah. And on our Etsy, they're sold in a little set.
Can you please get a strawberry mold so we can have some strawberry candles?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
That would be awesome.
Let's see, this one is giving us a hard time. Yep, there we go.
Oh my goodness. And that's so what is a mold made of? Why doesn't the mold melt when we pour the hot wax in it? Is it like made of some kind of metal? Oh, where'd you go?
It's just material.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. I think you cut out. You're frozen. Can you hear me? Oh no, we can kind of hear you, but you're kind of frozen.
It's like a heat limit, so you're not supposed to pour at a certain temperature here. I'm going to move.
Okay,
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No, you're back. You're back. It was probably when your laptop was tipped down a little. We lost you, sort of. Okay, that was amazing. We're having a little bit of like glitching now, but that was so incredible. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yay! Okay, that was amazing. All right, everyone, if you're watching, remember, you can use Rachel's. Just go to her website, and then we'll post also in the comments the deals that'll be going on. And if you want to hold up, can you hold up the board one more time, Rachel? So
Yeah, sure. Oh, and I have one really fun deal after
Swing
this.
Balm 40, and you get 40% off the lip balm. Do you want to say hi? Teddy's here. Say hi.
Hi, Teddy. How's it going, buddy?
What'd you say? Sorry.
Okay, so I have one other deal. So first off, yeah, it's the 40% off of lip balm with Swing Balm 40, or 20% off of honey with Swing Honey 20. Or if you guys want a sweet koozie for Memorial Day weekend, just put "I want a koozie" in the checkout notes on Etsy, and I'll just throw it in your order. How cool would this be?
That is so perfect. We love it. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. And put some comments there if you need to later, and we can get back to them. And we will also see Rachel next weekend at the virtual Spring Swing. We are going to be hosting Kansas City's very first virtual craft fair with more than 100 makers. Sorry, my 3-year-old is deciding to join us. And we will be live from 12 to 4, both next Saturday and Sunday, May 30th and 31st, with Rachel and a bunch of other local Kansas City makers. Live music. We'll have food trucks set up around the metro too, and you'll be able to pre-order and go curbside pickup, and then come back to the comfort of your home and shop. So thank you, Rachel. We love you. And you can also find her at Shop Local KC, MesnerBeeFarm.com, and inside the store Made in KC.
Thank you.
All right. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And we'll see you on our next episode.